Hi there, these comments are for KL, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT, and I'm looking at your essay right now. Let's see what we have. Maybe this is not your essay. Hold on a minute. Okay, hold on a quick second. Here it is, right here. I'm going to copy. Okay, here we go. So you say, the author in the reading passage claims socialism has three advantages of allowing for more justice, limiting inequality among citizens, and promoting relativism. But the speaker in the lecture disagrees with each of the benefits mentioned. Wow, very nice introduction. You say, first in the reading passage, the author explains that socialism seeks for more justice by transferring rights and responsibilities from individuals to the state. In contrast, the speaker in the lecture claims that the process, I'm going to say, of seeking for justice actually creates injustice resulting from the destruction of true liberty. I'm going to say here, resulting in the destruction of true liberty. Good. You say, next paragraph. Second, the author states that socialism promotes absolute equality among citizens. For example, it narrows the gap between the poor and the rich by imposing higher taxes on the wealthy and in turn using that money, you might say here, for social services for the needy. On the other hand, the speaker disputes about this point by saying socialism will create, I'm going to say here, it will create equality in the most radical sense. For example, the employees from Apple to Toyota, they will rule out of the system. See, this is where we're having problems. You might say here, for example, it is a radical attempt at equality the speaker argues to force companies, and what are we saying here? What I'm looking at here, we have to look at this idea here. It's saying that it's basically they're trying to force companies to pay fixed salaries, not hourly wages, right? That's what we want to try to explain here. To force companies to pay rather than hourly wages. It is a radical attempt at equality to force companies to pay fixed salaries rather than hourly wages. Okay, let's go to the next one here. So you have, finally, the writer in the reading passage explains that socialism promotes relativism. I would say, according to this socialist, I would say something like this to tie this back to the previous sentence. According to this socialist philosophy, you want to say are here because you have rights and wrongs. There are no absolute rights and wrongs. However, the speaker in the lecture believes that people have negative attitudes to explain why they oppose gay marriage or other else due to relativism. I would say this. Should not be limited to being between a man and a woman. Right? So we say, for example, since values and morals change over time, according to the author, marriage should not be limited to being between a man and a woman. I would say that we got to do something different here at this very end to really catch what's happening. It says, with the idea that socialism promotes relativism, therefore rejects religion, it goes counter culture to what many religious people believe. You see what we're saying? That's what you're not really saying here. See, you had trouble with this. You couldn't quite say what you were trying to say, and I'm trying to help you with it now. We can say here, it will destroy religions, families, and societies. Okay, I think we have it. All right, let's take a look at what we wrote one more time here. So we have the author in the reading passage claims that socialism has three advantages of allowing for more justice, limiting inequality among citizens, and promoting relativism. But the speaker in the lecture disagrees with each of the benefits mentioned. First, in the reading passage, the author explains that socialism seeks for more justice by transferring rights and responsibilities from individuals to the state. In contrast, the speaker in the lecture claims that the process of seeking more justice actually creates injustice, resulting in the destruction of true liberty. Second, The author states that socialism promotes absolute equality among citizens. For example, it narrows the gap between the poor and the rich by imposing higher taxes from the wealthy and in turn using that money for social services for the needy. On the other hand, the speaker disputes about this point by saying socialism will create equality in the most radical sense. For example, it is a radical attempt at equality to force companies to pay fixed salaries rather than hourly wages. You might put that voice marker at the end there. Finally, the writer in the reading explains that socialism promotes relativism. According to this socialist philosophy, there are no absolute rights and wrongs. For example, since values change over time, according to the author, marriage should not be limited to being between a man and a woman. However, the speaker in the lecture believes that cultural relativism, which is so often promoted in socialist countries, goes against what many religious people believe. Therefore, the speaker believes that this type of philosophy will destroy religions, families, and societies. That's it, we got it. Now, this is what you wrote, right? So overall, I think you're in pretty good shape. I think you had most of the important ideas. I did add a few things. I changed some things in there to make it a little bit more accurate, right? Now the question is, what is your score on this particular practice test? So I think overall, I'm going to put you just below 4. I think overall it was pretty organized. You had a mostly, I think, coherent and accurate explanation of the main points from the reading combined with the main points from the lecture. So it's going to put you at 24 points out of 30 on this. Now, I know that you're also a student in my class here at California State University, San Bernardino, right? So if we look in the syllabus here, so I need to figure out 375, what score is that? That's going to put you at 85% on this assignment. All right, so I think overall a pretty good job. You have a good understanding of how to write, I think, academically, especially when you're doing reading and listening passage, and you were able to, for the most part, integrate the ideas in a complete and accurate manner. All right, thank you. And for you guys watching on YouTube, for more information, you can go to my online TOEFL course at onlinetoeflcourse.com.